Starting things off with the biggest news of today, last week we learned that God of War Ragnarok has officially gone gold. Now, for those of you who don't know what that means, it essentially states that God of War Ragnarok is at a state that is good to go for launch, or it's a complete product ready to be sold. Usually whenever you publish a game on a marketplace like Xbox or PlayStation Store in this case, developers are required to go through specific certifications from the platform to make sure that when the game is released, it's not going to brick any system software or hardware. According to the Sony Santa Monica Twitter, they said, and I quote, "We are thrilled to announce that God of War Ragnarok has gone gold. On behalf of Sony Santa Monica and all of our partners, thank you to the fans for supporting us over the course of development. We're almost to launch and can't wait for you to play this game on November 9. And I've just got to say, huge congratulations to the team. I'm so hyped to play this game in November because everything is looking like this one will be for the history books. Next up, we just got even more information for God of War Ragnarok, this time in the form of the official ESRB rating, which as expected, this game will indeed be M for mature. According to the official ESRB rating, it states, "This is an action-adventure game in which players help Kratos and his son on a dangerous quest. Players explore various realms and engage in frenetic hand-to-hand combat against human-like raiders and fantastical creatures, centaurs, trolls, dragons. Players use axes, chained blades to battle enemies, often resulting in large blood splatter and dismemberment. Players can perform finishing attacks that depict close-up impalement via bladed and handheld weapons. Repeated axe strikes to creature's neck results in decapitation. The word F***K and SH*T are heard in the game." So apart from those details, it didn't really reveal anything else new regarding God of War Ragnarok. The only thing that it did was further confirm what we expected. If you played the first game, then this rating should come to no surprise. We all knew it would be mature, and honestly, I would be upset if it was anything other than mature. Moving right along to our next bit of news, according to new reports, Sony ramped up shipments of PlayStation 5s by 400% in the month of September due to the release of God of War Ragnarok. According to analyst David Gibson, he stated on Twitter, "Lots of reports of improved PS5 supply in the past few months, but no data until now. Import data into the US confirms that Sony Interactive PlayStation shipments in September were 400% year over year." Yes, you read that right. Some of that will go into inventory for God of War Ragnarok launch for sure. Now, as awesome as this news is, I doubt this will fully solve the PS5 shortage problem. I have a feeling this is going to be an ongoing issue for the next year and a half or even more. Overall, this news is great, especially if you haven't been able to get your hands on a PlayStation 5 yet, especially prior to the God of War Ragnarok launch. This should hopefully give you more opportunities to snag one at market price rather than having to pay extra from scalped consoles. My biggest concern is whether or not these consoles will go to retailers or if they're going to be allocated to PlayStation Direct. At the moment, trying to find a PlayStation 5 at a retailer is pretty impossible, but I also believe the inventory should be given to current PlayStation users first and then retailers after. It's much easier to scalp a console at a retail store than via PlayStation Direct, so hopefully that will be the area of focus for these new console shipments. It blows my mind that we are nearing 2 years out from the PlayStation 5's release and people are still unable to buy the console at a fair price. Next up, I'd like to discuss a topic that I've been asked quite a bit via comments and tweets, and that is, what edition of God of War Ragnarok should you buy and what edition will I be buying? Now, for those of you who are watching this video and haven't been following God of War Ragnarok news or keeping up with the game in general, and this is your first video that you've watched, let's first talk about all of the editions of God of War Ragnarok that are currently being sold. First off, we have the standard edition for the game that comes with the Kratos Risen snow armor and the Atreus Risen snow tunic as a pre-order bonus. The PlayStation 4 version is $59.99 USD and the PS5 is $69.99 USD, so depending on what platform you play on will determine that price. For contrast, the digital deluxe edition is $79.99, comes with both the PS4 and the PS5 version of the game, and the digital deluxe edition includes the following digital items: Kratos Darkdale armor, Atreus Darkdale attire, Darkdale blades handles for the Blades of Chaos, Darkdale axe grip for the Leviathan axe, the official God of War Ragnarok digital soundtrack, the Dark Horse digital mini art book, the Avatar set, and the PlayStation 4 theme. God of War Ragnarok also features a collector's edition and a Jotnar edition. Now, these collector's editions are completely sold out, but feature really awesome collectible items. You'll have to buy them via StockX or eBay in order to get them, so expect to spend an arm and a leg, which I may or may not end up trying to do, especially to get that hammer. Now, if I were you, I'd just buy the standard edition of either PS5 or PS4, but if you do want the digital exclusive items for the digital deluxe, I would go ahead and fork out the $80. because that not only comes with the PlayStation 5, but it also comes with the PS4 version of the game. For me, I will be picking up the digital deluxe version of the game on PS5 because I'm personally looking forward to those cosmetics in the game. Also, I'd like to note really quick, guys, as much as we are all hyped for God of War Ragnarok, be careful with pre-ordering. I was super hyped for Cyberpunk 2077. I was ready for that game to come out in 2013 when it was first revealed, and I honestly didn't think CD Projekt Red could mess up. Oh, how wrong I was. So keep that in mind when you're going ahead and buying God of War Ragnarok. In today's world, pre-ordering games is kind of a crapshoot. It's a 50-50, so keep that in mind whenever you buy this game. Even though this game is going to be super dope, and I'm not too concerned about it. Moving on to our next bit of news, we got some details regarding when the PC version of God of War Ragnarok could be releasing. According to PlayStation Studios head Herman Holst, when asked about PC releases for their exclusive games, he stated this, and I quote, "I think going forward, we'll see at least a year between releases on our own platform on PlayStation and on the PC platform, possibly with the exception of live service games. Live service games are a little bit different in nature because you want to have a really strong community, so we might, in the case of live service offerings, go day and date with PC and the PlayStation platform." Now, it's also worth mentioning that I'm sure this is going to be a case-by-case basis and will be determined by priority as well as demand. For a game like God of War Ragnarok, the PC port will be developed likely by Jetpack Interactive, the same developers of God of War's 2018 PC port. Which, fun fact, if you didn't know, God of War PC port was actually in development for 2+ years, and now that God of War Ragnarok has officially gone gold, I'm sure Jetpack is already hard at work on God of War Ragnarok's PC port, which is looking like it won't be released until 2023 or 2024 at this rate. Who knows, maybe the development has already been underway and we get it released in 2023. We will just have to wait and see, but I am super excited to play that game on PC because I just got done playing God of War 2018 on PC as well, on New Game Plus, as well as some mods and visual mods. Mods just make things better, and that's why I can't wait to play Ragnarok on PC. Well, guys, that is going to wrap it up with this video. Are you hyped for God of War Ragnarok? Let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel with your notifications turned on, especially if you're looking to stay up to date with all things God of War Ragnarok, Hogwarts Legacy, Spider-Man 2, and just generally everything PlayStation